What's up, Transformers fans? My name's Mondo, back with another transmission from Moonbase 84, and today we're going to check out the Transformers Legacy United Transformers Animated Optimus Prime. Now, as we take a look at Prime in his truck mode, I just want to say that while it did take me a little bit to get into Transformers Animated, the show itself, I did end up really loving the show, and it is a shame that we never got a fourth season because I really liked where the show was heading. But as for the toy himself, of course he is a Voyager class. I'll take the axe off and we'll take a look at that before we get into truck mode. That was the weapon storage for the axe, but it is a really nice axe. You got the translucent blue, some nice sculpting detail, and it extends just like it did in the show, so pretty cool. As for the truck, I think it is a really nice representation of Animated Prime. I think it came out really nice. And we'll take a look at the front, and it has all the beats of the Animated Prime truck mode, which was a fire truck, even though without his extra additional pieces on the back, he didn't look much like a fire truck, but once in a while he would. If you remember the show, he had like an attachment here to fill out that fire truck. Yeah, here it is from the side. Nice silver paint. This part's a little ugly, but that's okay in my opinion. He rolls really nice. And of course the front grille and everything, really nice detail. And you get his lights on the top. So yeah, really decent truck mode. And here is how he stacks up with the Legacy United Bumblebee. And I think they scale really nicely together. And they just look really awesome together in my opinion. Really cool alt modes for both these guys. So like I usually do, I'll transform this guy off camera so you don't have to see me bumbling and stumbling with him, and then we'll take a look at robot mode. But quickly before we do that, I'm just going to put up here a picture of the old animated Voyager Prime figure because I don't have him anymore. He was stolen with the rest of my collection. But yeah, you can see how he stacks up, and drop me a comment and let me know which one you like the most for the alt mode. And here's Legacy United Animated Prime in robot mode. And just like I said about the Legacy United Animated Bumblebee, he is a much better representation of his source material than anything that we've got in Legacy so far from representing Transformers Prime. That being said, I do think under here he's a little too bulky. I know that show was very stylized in the original Prime Voyager. Was obviously bulkier than the show as well, and that is not a gripe, I'm just pointing it out. But yeah, I think he looks really awesome. One critique I do have is I think the grays used, I wish they were the lighter gray like on the original toy, because that better matches the color of the show. And maybe the red used maybe a tad bit brighter, not as muted, but the gray definitely, I really wish the gray was lighter. The red I can live with, it doesn't really bother me a lot. I love how the Autobot symbol is nice and vibrant. He's got all the nice details. He's got the yellow paint hits on his waist. And of course he's got the yellow lights. And for his head sculpt, that is very Animated Prime. I'm liking that a lot. He's got a little grimace on his face. I do wish that he had the feature that I believe the original Voyager had, where you could put up his faceplate or down so you could have him masked or unmasked. I think that would have been pretty cool just to have that option. If you checked out my Unmasked Prime video, I did say in that Animated Prime Unmasked I actually didn't mind, and I actually kind of like it. But I would have appreciated if we had the option, because that would have been cool as well. We'll take an up close look here. He's got some nice detailing, evoking the Transformers animated show. He is a really nice solid figure. As you can see, nothing really hollow on him, even on the back. He's got a flat backpack, so pretty cool there. I will say that the tolerances on my copy are kind of wonky in some parts. Like when I'm transforming him, this arm is a pain to get into the right positions, and this arm is much easier. And as we check out articulation, I'll start at the waist because he doesn't, well, now he's going to do it, but at first he didn't want to rotate. When I twisted him in a certain direction, he got stuck, and I tried to move it and his waist actually popped off, but maybe I loosened something up because it's better. But you can hear that, like when I go this way, you don't hear that. When I go this way, there's like well, you can hear what I'm saying. But yeah, that popped the waist right off, but I think that's a tolerance issue. He does articulate fairly nicely. He's got a little head tilt going on, looks up only a tad bit, looks down more so. Shoulders go out, rotate. See, here too, they get stuck if I go too far. They tend to get stuck right there. But anyway, he's got nice bicep swivel. He's got a joint at the elbow, but due to transformation, it can go all the way up. So that's awesome. His wrists do rotate. We already talked about the swivel, waist swivel. His legs kick out super far, spread super far, kick up and back very nicely in all directions. He's got an awesome knee bend, and he's got ankle can go up a tad. Due to transformation, you can pull that right apart and go back, and then he's got some nice tilt. So yeah, really solid articulation on him as well. Of course, he does have his axe, which I already showed. We'll plug that in like so you can hold it like that, or you can extend it. Can you extend it in his hand? Oh no, yeah, you just do that. Fan not expert, remember. And you can have it extended like he did in the cartoon. And if you manipulate him in just the right positions, he can dual wield it in certain positions. I had it before. It's not beautiful, but it works. If you get it just right. I think you have to put it like up here and then align the wrists. Oh, I'm too close to you guys. Like so, kind of. And you can do it. I wish you could get into more dynamic two-handed poses. I'm thinking you can if you mess around with them, but he can do it. It is achievable. You can also store the axe on his back. There's a port here or here, and you plug it into the hole in his back, and I think that looks pretty cool too. And here's Legacy United, Animated Prime and Bumblebee in the robot modes with each other, and I think they look pretty cool next to each other. Remember, Bumblebee is a deluxe, Prime is a Voyager, and Bumblebee is a rather small deluxe. I do think that maybe he should be a tad bit taller, maybe up to here, but I think they look really awesome together. And so to wrap up this look at the Transformers Legacy United, Transformers Animated Voyager Optimus Prime, my thoughts are that I am really happy with this figure. My only real gripe is that I wish the gray plastics were lighter, so it'd be more show accurate. But besides that, I really like this figure. He feels in hand, I didn't mention this, he feels really like solid. He doesn't feel cheap. I did have some maybe QC type tolerance issues on my copy, but they're not like game breaking for me. It doesn't really bother me that much. I've worked around them, and the figure's not broken. So yeah, that aside, I think he's a solid addition to the line. He does a great job of representing his source material, that being the Transformers animated TV show. And look how awesome he looks with the Legacy United animated Bumblebee. Just really cool together, which makes me want more figures from Transformers animated brought up to date into the Legacy line if they keep with like this kind of style and not go too heavy into the G1 aesthetic. I won't mention what figures I want the most because that is going to be a topic of my next video, I think, so I don't want to spoil anything. So with all that being said, I do recommend this Voyager Animated Prime. Just a really fun figure. Before I close the video out, I want to say thank you to all the people who have took the time to watch my videos and have subscribed. Really appreciate it. I'm not editing that out. I really appreciate you all. And until next time, thanks for docking.